3, 2, 1. Hello, my name is Julian Kemp. This is for Mathematics in Action, or Math 110. This is the Solve Your Weighted Voting System. Our weighted voting system, or descriptive word problem, is a taco shop has 3 workers, which consists of the manager, a line cook, and a cashier. Don't mind the typo. Taco shop wants to open a food truck, so a vote is held. The manager has 6 votes, the line cook has 3 votes, and the cashier has 2 votes. For a vote to pass and a food truck started, a total of 7 votes is needed. So our first question is write out the weighted voting system inside the brackets. So that can easily be done. So we have 7 total votes. That is our quota, so that goes at the beginning. Should be 7. Then we have our votes. The manager has 6, so that'd be first. Line cook has 3. That was a bad 3. We're going to rewrite that. 3. And the cashier has 2. Next up, what is the quota? We already answered that. The quota is 7. That is our quota. What is the weight of each player? Now this is a bit more tricky. In order to do this, you need to calculate the number of quotas, and then also from those quotas, you need to figure out which ones are winning quotas. So there's actually a formula you can use for this. It'd be 2 to the power of n being the number of players. We have 1, 2, 3 players, minus 1. The minus 1 portion removes all of the empty groups, which we do not want. So you can go to your calculator, type 2 to the power of 3, or 2 to the power of n, our n being 3, because we have 3 players, minus 1 to remove those groups, and we get 7. So we have 7 coalitions. Now those coalitions, like this, we're going to do this in orange. We have A by itself. First, let me explain what A is. So you can label your players as in P1, P2, or P3. I prefer to use, in smaller groups like this, I prefer to use A, B, or C, just because it's a bit easier to write out who they are without doing too many written actions. So moving on, we have A. We also have B by itself equals 6 equals 3. I'll show you in a second why I'm writing them out. C equals 2. Okay, then we also have AB, which equals 9. We have AC, which equals 8. We also have A, B, C as a coalition, which equals 11. Now let's go through and find out which ones are winning coalitions, are losing coalitions. So A equals 6 does not pass the vote, so that is a losing coalition. B equals 3 does not pass the vote, that is a losing coalition. And C equals 2 as a coalition, that is a losing coalition, does not pass the vote. Now A, B, an A and B coalition equals 9, that is a winning coalition. A and C equals 8, that passes the vote, it's more than 7, that is a winning coalition. 8, and then of course A, B, and C is 11, that is a winning coalition. Now we have 3 winning coalitions with a total of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total players individually between the coalitions. Now in order to find the weight, we have to calculate how many times a player is in a winning coalition. So A specifically, let's go to purple. A is critical in 3 coalitions, 1, 2, 3. B is critical in this coalition, but not this coalition. So B is only critical once. And then C is critical in this coalition, but not in this coalition. So B is only critical once. So then this total equals 5. There are 5 total combinations. And A is critical in 3 of them. So it has a weight of 3/5, which equals 60%. B is 1/5, which is 20% weight. And C is also 1/5. We got 5 by adding up the total amount of criticals and then dividing them against each other. So 1/5 is another 20%. In the Grand Coalition, now moving on to question 4. I may have jumped the gun a little bit with the percentages. In the Grand Coalition, which players are critical? Well, what happens when we remove A? We remove A, then we get coalition. Oh, I didn't write out the other coalitions, actually. That's why I was getting confused. We have BC equals, what is BC equals 5? That's why I was missing this. Okay. Which is a losing coalition. There we go. In the Grand Coalition, which players are critical? This is the Grand Coalition, of course. All 3 of these together. And the only one that is critical for the vote to pass, because player B and player C cannot pass the vote, is A. So A, we're going to do this in dark blue. A is critical in the Grand Coalition. Okay. Last question, what is the Banzhaf power index for each player in this system? Well, we already answered that with the weights. So I thought I jumped the gun. Okay. This is the power index, 60%, 20%, 20%. The weight is, just in red, the weight is A equals 6. But this goes back to how many votes they have. Of course, weight is just another word for votes. B equals 3. And C equals 2. So just briefly going over everything. This is the weighted voting system in brackets. This is the total number of coalitions. This is the total number of coalitions written out. This is the power index, or the Banzhaf power index. A is the only critical player in the Grand Coalition. And then this is the weight of each player. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy your day.